Welcome back, everyone, to American Patriot, 1776 Spirit. Today I'm going to talk about the right to assemble and why that was important, and also what I see as really an assault on our right to assemble around the country. And once again, I'm going to just provide a little analysis on some updated numbers I have on the coronavirus and things related to that nature. So, right out of the gate, today Fox News had an article in which they were discussing Governor Whitmer, and there have been some protests in Michigan, which is a very American thing to do, to protest. However, Governor Whitmer has made some statements that concern me. One of the things that she said, according to the article, was that she's not going to change the way that she runs the state because of some protests. Basically, she feels that she's doing what she thinks is right, regardless of the demonstrations. I've read through some of the orders that she has in place right now, and granted, she is beginning to ease some of them. However, the governor, the current order limits people from basically visiting family members if unless they need care. There are several businesses that are going out of business in Michigan, and it just seems like it's falling on deaf ears. At this point, there's a lawsuit by the legislature of Michigan because they wanted to restrict some of the governor's powers, and she vetoed that bill when it came through. And what a situation that we're in, where someone with absolute power can also veto any questioning of their authority. I mean, we really have to start being concerned. So basically, the other thing that she made a comment of was that she felt that the motives were political. That's what was motivating a lot of these protests, and that it was very partisan. Well, I'm sure it is politically motivated. If you understand the Constitution and that's something that you believe in, the Bill of Rights, then absolutely this is political. This scares the heck out of people when they aren't able to assemble and protest peacefully. Now, I will say I'm not a fan of threatening someone's life. That was mentioned that has occurred, and I don't think that that's acceptable. I think that we need to find a way to peacefully protest what is going on here, and we need to resolve it in a civilized way if we can. I think that's always best. So, Governor Whitmer, just know that I do not support anyone that is threatening your life. I think that that's not okay. That being said, I do think that you need to hear these people and need to understand that they are in a very precarious position. Some of them have lost their homes and their businesses, and they may not have food. And so that is a very, very tough situation to be in. So I think that they need to be heard, and I think that the restrictions need to be eased as soon as possible. Now, I've said before, I'm not a doctor, but I can do simple math and I can calculate percentages. Once again, I took a look at Michigan this time, whereas before I looked at Cook County. Michigan currently has, at least as of May 18th, has 51,000 confirmed cases of coronavirus and has 4,900 deaths, and my hearts and prayers go out to all the families that are affected. However, if we look at the actual death rate with the entire population of 9.987 million, they are looking at a death rate of 0.04%, with some of the most severe lockdown strategies in place. They have a death rate of 0.04. If you look at Cook County, again, they came in today at 0.032, just like they did the other day. Sweden, however, is at 0.036, and Sweden never locked down to the degree as a Michigan or a Cook County or other places in the nation, and yet their overall death rate is lower. So diving into some of that research, really makes one question whether or not locking down the population and suppressing the Bill of Rights is really necessary in this situation. And I would argue that the numbers do not support this kind of a lockdown. So, again, I'm sure that Governor Whitmer does have what she feels is a real concern for the health and safety of the people, and that's commendable. But Governor, the numbers don't support your conclusions. It's not that many people are dying. So why are we locking them down? Sweden has taken the approach that they should take care of the people that are vulnerable and let everyone else go back to work. Now, they have never banned groups of people that are less than 50 in Sweden, and they have never shut down the restaurants, and they have not shut down the schools. They've allowed 16 and younger to continue to school, and yet their overall death rate is less. So even though good people might be really concerned about health and safety, the numbers at this point are not supporting those kinds of lockdown numbers. And so one really has to start to wonder, why are we locking people down to this degree? Okay? We do have the Bill of Rights, and we do have the right to peacefully assemble. People need to be able to protest, and just because they protest doesn't make them bad people. In fact, it makes them patriots. Now, we need to do it in a peaceful way, and we need to do it through the democratic process. But a governor being able to veto a direct challenge from the legislature to limit their powers is not democratic. That's totalitarian, and that is un-American. If you are being challenged at that level, then please look at your practices, because what they're telling you is this is not working for the people. Are there Republican-Democrat feuds involved in that? Absolutely there is. But if you've got that kind of resistance, you really need to start thinking about your practices, and you need to let people open up, or they're going to not be able to feed themselves, and that's a real problem. So please make comments down below. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you like what we're talking about. I'm okay if you disagree with me. That's what this is about. You can put that in the comments down below, okay? And we can talk about the disagreements. That's just fine. That's called democracy. That's how this works. Okay? So please make comments down below, hit that subscribe button, and ring that bell for notifications. And again, we need to peacefully resolve this if we can, but we need to open this country up and get back to work, and we need to not be violating our constitutional rights. Stay free, patriots.